for 540 damage and take the last 3 prizes. What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video of Trash Deck Thursday. Today we're going to take a deck that is not very popular or is considered a rogue and see how it fares in the meta. Now if we can find a matchup against Gardevoir, that would be awesome. But regarding Darkrai VSTAR has an amazing ability. During your turn you can put 2 item cards in your discard pile, and it has the iconic Dark Pulse attack for 2 colorless energy that does 30 plus 30 for more dark energy on all of your Pokemon. So we're going to be playing things that synergize well with it, like Galarian Moltres, where once during your turn you can attach a dark energy from your discard pile to it, and that way it adds an extra 30 damage, as well as the Galarian Moltres that when you bench it you can attach up to 2 dark energy from your hand to it as well. So the highlight of this deck is just going off using Star Abyss, using Dark Pulse, as well as in combination with cards such as Dark Patch. Dark Patch has been around for a long time. It is released in black and white set Dark Explorers, and it just lets you accelerate dark energy from the discard. And with Star Abyss, we are able to essentially have 6 Dark Patch. So we're going to see exactly how this deck works and fares in the meta, and we'll get right into the games. Alright guys, here is the very first game that we are getting into. Not sure what we're playing against just yet, but we are playing the Turbo Dark list that I had just shown on the screen, and we're really looking for an opening hand that can set us up nicely for the board acceleration. So he does let us go first. They are playing a turn 2 deck, it seems, and we do mulligan. We are also playing the Rev Room, I forgot to mention, that says you can discard an energy and draw until you have 6 in hand. And you can actually use this multiple times as long as you have different Rev Rooms in the field. So we do start Galarian Moltres, and we do have Lumineon. Lumineon is good in the sense that we can grab a research in order to dump a lot of this dark energy. But we're going to see now exactly what we are playing against. Hopefully it is a Gardevoir. And it is actually a Fusion Strike Mulet, so we do draw the Mezagoza. Now Mezagoza is going to be actually crucial to hit, as there is potential that they can kill us turn 1, assuming they have 3 attachments from the Elasis Sparkle as well as an attach for turn. So we're going to Mezagoza. We're looking to flip tails, and we do ironically flip heads. Here, let's see. I'm sorry, we're not looking to flip tails, we wanted heads. I was thinking of a item card that lets you search for an evolution Pokemon if you hit heads. So we can get the Radiant Greninja to start throwing energy in the discard. I think that's probably the best way to go. It'll give us some more draw, and we can see more cards before we choose to research next turn. So we will get rid of 1. We do get the Nest Ball. Nest Ball will grab us Darkrai. We will attach for turn, and we have Trekking Shoes. Now let's see what Trekking Shoes gets. We get the Clara. I don't really see us needing Clara right now, so we are going to see. We do get a Dark Patch. We can Dark Patch to the Darkrai. And now, let's see. I think that's it for our turn. We just need to hope that our opponent can't really get much going for the first turn. And if we are able to draw a switch, we can actually Dark Void for 260 damage, as Mew is weak to Dark. So they do use our own stadium against us with the Mezagoza. I'm not 100% sure what they're going to grab though. They do grab Genesect. It is ironic that they're playing the Cresselia. I wouldn't expect them to play the Cresselia in their deck. But I guess I can see some purpose as searching for the Psychic Energy, but we do see the Elasis Sparkle. Now it really comes down to if they have the 3rd attach and a way to retreat, because they are going to use Melodious Echo, which does 140, plus the band would be 170. And if they have the 2nd energy to attach to Mew, then when they KO us. But right now I think we're in a good spot. This is really going to come down to what our top deck is. on how this turn could be potentially better. We can judge them, but judge really doesn't serve as much purpose anymore, as they're still going to be able to draw. Let's see, so they do have the switch. Do they have the energy to hit for 70, or are they just going to leave Mew in the active? If they want to leave Mew in the active, that's fine. Okay, so they energy mix. So energy mix, you can search your deck for an energy and attach it. There was no way that they could KO us without attaching the energy to the Meloetta instead of the Mew. So now we're looking for a way to KO. So let's do Mezagoza first to see what we get. And we do hit heads, which is nice. And let's grab a Darkrai VSTAR. Now, let's see what exactly is left in the deck. We still have switches. We have 2 Dark Patch that are prized. And we have a lot of energy left. So, let's see. I'm going to grab the Darkrai VSTAR. Evolve. Let's do this. Let's Radiant Greninja to see if we can get a switch first, because we can always attach the energy to the Galarian Moltres. Now, as far as KOing this turn, I think we need to hit a switch to see exactly what we can get. So I am going to research this hand, unfortunately, but we do hit the switch, which is fantastic. So now we can hit for 30 plus 30. If we do an energy here and the Dire Flames, that'd be 4 energy, which is 150 damage, which does KO, and they have to have a lot to respond to the Darkrai. I am going to Trekking Shoes, and we do actually hit a normal Darkrai, which is perfect. So we are going to attach for turn, and we are going to Dire Flame Wings. We'll switch, and is there anything in our discard that we really want to go for right now? There is the Dark Patch, and there is a Nest Ball. I think I'm going to hold off right now. Actually, let's Star Abyss. Let's grab a Dark Patch and a Trekking Shoes. I want to be able to make sure that this Darkrai can swing next turn. And this will just add, let's see, what's in our hand right now? Is this switch necessary? I don't think the switch is necessary, because if they decide to boss up the Greninja for some reason and not KO, we can manually retreat and then Dire Flames back to it. So I am going to get, I accidentally clicked, and that's fine. Okay, so we're doing 30 plus 30. We do KO the Mew, we do get 2 prizes. We do need to see how our opponent responds to this. And we do draw another Dark Energy and an Ultra Ball. And we do play 3 of the VSTAR, and last I checked there was at least 1 more in the deck. It does suck that we had to get rid of a boss, but we still have access to other things, and having to dump Lumineon was unfortunate, but we should be able to draw enough cards to be able to see at least something that's beneficial. They need a lot to be able to KO the Darkrai right now, so I don't see a world in which it's KO'd. Let's see. They haven't supported, so if they at least a Sparkle, they'll get at least 3 energy in play, because we KO'd 1. So that means that it can hit for 210, 240 with the belt. So they need at least 2 more power modifiers. So they just decide to pass, and I think this is kind of where it's a seal the deal moment. Here we will play Varoom. Let's Trekking Shoes. We'll get rid of the Dark Energy, and we ironically draw another Dark Energy, but here we'll attach. Let's Ultra Ball away we'll keep the switch just in case they bring up Revroom. We'll Ultra Ball, and we're just gonna grab the other VSTAR. This really kind of seals the deal, because if they decide to swing with the VMAX, there's not much that the VMAX can do. We're about to be at 3 prizes, and we can even swing with Moltres if we need to. So here we're just going to swing for 480 damage. We're going to draw a card. And we drew another Dark Patch, so we can accelerate the board quite enough. I'm not really sure what Mezagoza can grab him that can save him. The only thing I could see would be if he retreated into Meloetta and swung, or brought up a Genesect, then we would have to dig a little more. So he decides to Roxanne. We do draw a Research and Trekking Shoes. So I think next turn, even though we have the win, we're still going to go all out and see exactly how many cards we can get and how much energy we can get on the board to see exactly how much damage we can do. Because we can Dire Wing Flames at least once. And we still have access to 2 more Dark Patch. So he decides to hit 270. And let's see. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks. So that's fine. So we'll just bring up Darkrai. We do have the KO right now, but we are going to just dig a little more and see exactly what we can get. And there's another Darkrai. Let's research. And we got a lot of energy in hand. Let's see what the Greninja can get us. We do draw the boss. The boss isn't quite necessary, so we can go here, we can go attach, and then we can also use flames in order to attach another energy. Is there anything with Nest Ball? No. So here we are going to swing for 540 damage and take the last 3 prizes. And so this really just showcases how fast Darkrai is. Now, assuming that you're playing against Gardevoir, you should be able to do the same. But overall, Darkrai is just a very good deck. It's fast, it's reliant, but it does have dead hands. But as far as being a trash deck, it's in the lower tiers, but in a meta filled with Gardevoir, it should relatively do well.